It's time to mind your business with me, Jamila Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.
So we are here to talk about the BEDC Business Awards coming up for the 2023 Global Entrepreneurship Week. But before we get into that, can you introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your role at BEDC? Tahkeesha?
Okay, my name is Tahkeesha Welch. I am the Loan Management Portfolio Officer. So basically my role is to manage the loans that we provide here at BEDC.
All right, and Richard?
Yeah, my name is Richard Augustus. I am Client Service Representative at BEDC. I generally help with front-end clients that come to walk in, help with concerns with their applications and processes at BEDC, and work with all the teams at BEDC, including the awesome CD unit.
Awesome. Okay. So we're here to talk about the Business Awards, and you guys are the team leads in charge of that event for this year. So can you tell us what are the Business Awards and why are they important?
I'll take that one. So this is the 7th annual Business Awards. We've been doing this since 2017. Our executive director came up with this, and I think the first manager was Andrea Rochester, who basically did it for the first 4 years.
Okay.
At one point, we merged the Business Awards, which is celebrating businesses, with the Education Awards. We used to have a separate event for students that finish courses at BEDC. So we've combined them to do, and we make it a one gala event where we celebrate both business owners and our students at BEDC.
Okay.
So yeah, the Business Awards is to showcase local businesses, small and medium-sized businesses within Bermuda, and like you said, as well as our graduates that we've had within our programs over the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the awards ceremony celebrates these entrepreneurs, like you've said. How are people chosen to receive awards?
Yeah. So we have a criteria. We actually have 7 trophies out the back.
Okay. So
Not
7 different
11.
businesses
There's 11
Okay.
trophies, but we have these categories that we
Right.
can go over if you want. And so we have a criteria for each one.
Okay. And do people nominate businesses?
Yep, so each business will have to be nominated in order to receive the prestigious awards that we're going to elaborate on. Yeah,
Okay,
so it is a
gotcha.
nomination process.
Yeah.
So how do people, can you explain that nomination process? How can people get involved and nominate businesses that they think are worthy?
Sure. So the portal is basically on our website and it's being promoted on all the social platforms.
Okay.
And you could just go to the simplest way, just go to bedc.bm. Under the Global Entrepreneurship Week banner, you should see a place where you can actually nominate and buy tickets. But our focus is definitely to nominate, because that's how this whole the whole event is built. We need quality nominations. So other categories which we can go into, just start thinking about who are your favorite local entrepreneurs that service the Bermudian population, and have social responsibility built in. They hire Bermudians and a whole bunch of other criteria in different segments.
Okay, well, let's get into the categories. Let's talk about the awards you'll be giving out and who people can nominate.
Okay, so one of our awards, we'll just go through each award. So Startup of the Year, so we are looking for business startups that are innovative and have created a product and are been in business now since 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, the criteria is been in business since September 2021, and they're currently Bermudian owned, and they're currently operating within Bermuda. So that's the Startup of the Year for 2023. Then we have the Entrepreneur of the Year. So that's a visionary, basically, just exactly how it is. An entrepreneur that's been in business for throughout 2023, that has successfully started a business and is currently in business. And same thing, Bermuda owned business, and has shown a sense of social responsibility within Bermuda. And so that would be the Entrepreneur of the Year for 2023.
We also have the Vendor of the Year. Typically, these are street vendors, people that you see out on the roadside, and typically
Like
they have
farmers markets, things like that?
Those folks. And we also, from time to time, we do include like the food vendors that you see. From time to time, we do get those nominations as well, but our focus is those retail vendors that have a vendor license with BEDC.
Okay.
But surely you can nominate any street vendor that you know of that's out there making an impact and selling great products and services, and also having that key phrase, which is like social responsibility and community involvement.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the judges, we look at that criteria as we narrow down the 3 finalists in each of these categories.
Gotcha.
So who else we got? Tahkeesha.
We have the business of the
Right.
year. So the business of the year must be in operation for at least 3 years and has shown examples of growth and stability during this time. There is additional information on our website for each category, but that is the basic definition and the core for the business of the year.
Yeah.
The next one
Is what, family of the
Yeah,
year?
yeah.
So the family business of the year, they have to be like at least 2 generations in.
Okay.
Your typical and like family business that's passed on from generation to generation, that's been a staple in the community, pretty much a household name.
Yeah.
Something that rings a bell, and so we get a lot of these nominations. Some of these businesses have been around for quite some time. They need their recognition.
Yeah,
because they're like a
agreed.
staple of the community, and we need to recognize those individuals.
Okay.
Then we have most enterprising young entrepreneur.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's a nice one. That's for young entrepreneurs between the age of 18 and 25, and they should have developed and created a successful business that's currently up and running. A lot of these nominations come from our own internal programs that we've run over the past year, so we do get to know these young people very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last 2 are the EEZ businesses. There's 3 subcategories under that. We have the BEDC. We manage 3 economic empowerment zones.
What are they?
In the Somerset area,
Okay.
like the West End, the Somerset EEZ. We have the St. George's EEZ and the Northeast Hamilton EEZ. So we're picking businesses from each of those categories that that shine that bright light in all those wonderful fuzzy things that are part of the criteria, like community involvement, out there in the community doing great things and having a great product and service.
And so those businesses have to be within those economic empowerment
right,
zones, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what was the last one? Oh,
Client of the year.
Client of the year.
Yeah,
Okay. So
right.
So that's an internal process, right,
Yes,
Tahkeesha?
yes. So we actually will sit together internally and look at the client of the year. So we consider that one to be a pretty big one. And some of our past winners have been Sunset Transport, Fresh Breath, Alexandra Mosier Jewelry. So we have some pretty prestigious companies that have received this awards previously.
Yeah, I have the actual thing right here. I don't know if the camera can see it, but here it is. So you get their name engraved in this empty spot right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Selena Smith of Ponda Pitts, and Marjorie Keynes of Lifestyles, and Luxury Cuts studio there.
Yeah.
There have been past winners, and so
Yeah.
these clients of ours, they're up to date with their loan packages, like have paid off the loan or they've been on time.
Right.
They've participated in our events. So we look for those criteria when we choose the BEDC Client of the Year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a really diverse group of businesses that you're looking for to give out the awards to. And so there's definitely opportunity for the public to submit literally anybody that fits the categories. And if they do want more information about how to nominate, just remind the audience where they can find that.
So again, it's bedc.bm.
Okay, perfect.
Under the GEW banner, you should see that there. And again, we're endeavoring to put that all over social media.
Yeah.
And then you'll see it on Facebook and other places. And we invite you to share it with your friends and colleagues that you know to encourage more engagement with this process, because this is the lifeblood of our community.
Yeah, and
You
we
know,
really
know-
want to recognize
we
them.
know
We
that-
absolutely do.
You know, with the economic downturn because of the last 2 years, and we've had these events right through the years of COVID, and we recognize that one year we had the COVID Resiliency Award,
Right.
which was one company that really shined through all that adversity.
Persevered, yeah.
Yeah, through that, and that's a special category we had one year. So yeah, we encourage you to vote. Nominations are gonna come expire on October 15th.
15th, okay.
So
that's
get your votes in right now so we can get some quality nominations in.
All right. So how has the BEDC Business Awards evolved over the years? What have you seen different? What are you planning different for
Right.
this year too?
So each year we step it up.
Yeah.
We're trying to go with almost the Grammys of Bermuda vibe. I
Yes,
think.
yes. We want this to be the prestigious business event of the year. That's what we're going for. and we expect to get bigger every year. So this year we're looking for a red carpet vibe. We have entertainment. We hope to have some laughs. So it should be an amazing event. Great food, music,
Keynote speaker.
great networking event. You can, rub shoulders with other like-minded individuals. So it will be an amazing event, and it's going to be at Pier 6, the current entertainment complex of Bermuda.
Yeah.
The only place we have at the moment. So I think it's going to be an amazing event. And of course, Richard and I, kind of co-hosted it. I mean, you can't get better than that. That's it.
You can't go wrong.
You cannot.
And, the businesses we get to recognize as business, you walk away with that lovely trophy.
Oh, yes.
Right after,
Yeah.
So we have those to give away, and the recognition, and some of these clients, they have that up on their mantle
something
in their
they can
place
put up in their stores
business.
and things like that, and it really helps
Bragging
connect
rights.
with the community.
Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned a few of the past winners. Are you able to share a success story of a past winner and their journey as well with the BEDC Awards?
Well, I recall in previous events, tears of joy, just the recognition. I remember, not to throw anybody under the bus, but we had clients come up and winners come up, and they're just overjoyed for the recognition.
Yeah.
And it just makes for just a wonderful networking event for the community to celebrate the hard work and perseverance of people that take that leap of faith and venture into their own business, because it's not easy. We see clients all the time at BEDC, and it's the path less taken.
Do you think that recognition has an impact on their business?
For sure.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Absolutely. So, if you're within the community, and even if you haven't been to the business, you hear this name ring out as a client of the year, or most entrepreneurizing young person of the year. It actually makes you want to go see what they have, or go test the products. So it definitely does work. Even vendors of the year. I think that all of the categories and the nominees and even the winners of those categories, it also helps to extend and grow their business as well. I've only been here for a year, so I was actually trying to remember who won last year, so and what and the success stories around that. So we had winners like Danny O'Connor, we had Sunset Transport, and we had Aaron Lugo for the young entrepreneurizing young person of the year. Let me get it correct. So we definitely have well-known, good quality businesses, and even some of the nominees. And one of them that sticks out to me for the business of the year, the family business of the year, was the lunch cart. I can't get the name out right now. Georgie's. And I say it all the time because they're one of my favorite stories as a family, period.
Yeah.
So I was very happy to see them as a nominee. And so it's still just as exciting to be nominated, because it shows that people really recognize what you're doing.
We try to invite the top 3 finalists in that category, and so it's a little bit of anticipation, because nobody knows who's quite going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have to,
you have to come on the night to find out, right?
You have to come out. So we invite those nominees to come out, dress up, come up for a gala night, and raise a glass, and raise your trophy if you win, and pose for the camera. And let the promotion begin, and try and grow that business even bigger and stronger for the next year.
Great, I love it. So how does BEDC ensure that the awards are inclusive and that it really captures the ethos and diversity of Bermuda's business landscape?
Well, I think that, we do that very well. So as the nominations come in, we're all very much engaged in the local business arena. So we have an internal process where we actually go through each nomination to ensure that they actually meet the criteria, and that they are, the businesses that we should be awarding within those categories.
Right.
So we do have some control over that. I wouldn't say that we have all the control, but we definitely have some. And go ahead, Richard.
There is some of the criteria, like you have to be up to date with your taxes, your payroll taxes, and all of that. No complaints at Consumer Affairs is one of the criteria that goes pretty much across the board. But we don't we consider each and every nomination that comes in. And we look at all of them, and we the pros and cons of each one, and make sure that we have a quality event.
Right. So even if the public doesn't know, like, there's no way for them to tell if they're up with their obligations and all of that sort of stuff. So even if they don't know, but the nomination comes in, we look at that.
We do. And the other thing, obviously, I keep saying it, but they're all Bermudian or Bermudian-owned businesses. So that's very important to ensure that that's part of, the nomination process as well.
Yes. All right. So I do want to go backwards a little bit. Let's talk about the economic empowerment zones and how do they really play a role in the awards?
Right. So that particular section, I mean, the EEZs were put together by government as a decree by government that these zones even exist.
Right.
They're to encourage economic growth in certain geographic areas.
Okay.
And so, BEDC thought it was prudent to recognize those particular entities that are in those zones. But yeah, it's just a part of our remit to encourage those disenfranchised areas of the island, and so it's very important that we recognize them.
So that particular award is actually controlled by the officers within the economic empowerment zone. So the officers are very well versed within their areas, so they are aware of the businesses and the business owners. Right. So they will put forth the nominations, and we'll have an internal process of going through that to determine who the winners are.
So big shout out to that unit, the MSME unit. Dante Hunt in the Northeast Hamilton. Got Andrea Rochester in the Western End, in Somerset EEZ, and Dennis Carter in St. George's.
So those are officers that will actually provide those nominations, and we'll review them before selecting the winner.
So people are not only getting the award on the night, but they also get connected with BEDC if they aren't already, and they get financial assistance and different advice as well. Can you talk about that part of the business awards a little bit?
So BEDC as an entity, that's what we do. So, if you haven't used our services, or, we're always here. We provide advice, we provide financing, and we actually, provide connections and networking, to businesses as they need it. Different resources. So that in itself, just being a part of our award ceremony, gives you access to all of that and access to us. So, so it is amazing to be a part of the BEDC and anything that we provide.
Making the connection is
making
really
the connection.
Good.
So we encourage people to book an appointment with the officers at BEDC. We've built a wonderful online self-service booking portal.
And that's free, right?
Yeah,
it is free.
Free and confidential. A lot of our lunch and learns are free. We do offer some paid for multi-week courses that our students go through, and we should have a graduating class for Entrepreneurship 101 that's taught by Dante Hunt this year, and so we should have graduates at the event for that particular event. We have Think Like an Entrepreneur that we run. We have Financials 101 class that we run. We also have a what's called the Streetwise MBA, or the accelerator program called Bermuda Accelerator, which I had the opportunity to project manage, and we had some seasoned entrepreneurs come through and scale their business out and come up with a growth action plan to scale their business even more. So we invite those multi-week courses, individuals that graduated between the business awards from year to year, to come and be celebrated yet again.
And then, and in addition to that, we have our SSEP program.
SSEP.
And that's where we get a lot of these young entrepreneurs from that program that we run every summer, which is an amazing program. And we've actually done 2 free debt webinars, and I'm gonna put a plug in for that because I ran those. So we've done that this year as well. So we do have some free things that we do as well. So BEDC is an amazing resource to small businesses, small to medium businesses. I won't just say small businesses.
Love that. All right. So what is the value of the public's participation in this event? Why should they nominate, and why is it important that they even have a say in the awards?
That's just it, Kelsey. They have a voice. So, this is an opportunity to use your voice. And, very often we see and we hear from the same businesses on a regular basis on TV, on the internet, and whatever. So there are a lot of businesses out there that go unrecognized.
Right.
So this is an opportunity for the public to recognize and represent for local businesses. So and we want different nominations. We want to meet some different businesses. We want to be blown away. So we want everybody to bring those nominations. Let us see something different.
I mean, the whole economics of the situation is that the government has been promoting Buy Bermuda for years, like to keep the local dollar in our island.
Yes.
I mean, it's quite easy to click and go online and buy from.
Yeah.
Real easy to do. But to support your local businesses and keep those dollars within your own community is key.
It is key.
And it helps keep the prosperity and growth within our community.
Yeah.
And the small business, they hire local, they provide jobs for people that that need these jobs, and so we celebrate those small and medium-sized businesses in these events. We really focus on the smaller and medium. That's really our remit.
Yeah.
Not so much the big business.
Yeah,
They have their own little category, but we deal with
We help
that.
them get there.
We help them get
to
there.
big.
We help
Yes.
them.
Scale up.
Yeah, yeah. Because they don't all start big, right? So everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Richard, you touched on it a little bit, but maybe you can elaborate some more. How can everyone benefit from the business awards? Not just the businesses themselves, but those who attend, those who nominate, even those that are involved in putting on the event. How do they benefit?
Yeah. I think for the public to come, even though you don't like your relatives has been nominated, come see and come celebrate, come get inspired. If you're thinking about starting a business, come see the feeling of being in the room and somebody getting recognized for their hard work. Come get inspired. I would say that's part of it. And yeah, let's just celebrate these entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Entrepreneurship's always been like one of the backbones of this economy, and as Richard already touched on, it's been a rough couple of years. So everybody should see this as an event or a celebratory time that we should be pushing entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And the inspiration, I think Richard's correct in that. I mean, it's very inspiring to hear other people's journey, how they got there, see the tears of joy, and we will have other keynote speakers that will, speak on their journeys and help to inspire anybody that's in the room. So we encourage everybody to come.
Yeah, and I know as entrepreneurs, and we find with business owners as well, they often operate in a silo, very separate from other entrepreneurs, and they're having challenges, they're having successes, and they each have their own journey, but then they never really connect with other entrepreneurs to learn from them, or really just to have the camaraderie and feel like we're all in this together. And so the Business Awards does help with that too.
I will say this: our genius marketing team we're doing things different this year. Typically in the past we've had separate events at separate locations, but this year it's almost like a conference vibe.
Yeah.
We're having
Okay.
all the events at one location at the wonderful newly renovated Pier 6. Almost all of our events for GEW is happening in Pier 6. So we have a package deal. I think I don't know the number. I know you do. There is a special price too for all the events.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's going to be a conference ticket this
Yes.
year, which gives you access to all of the events throughout the week. The starting price is $275.
And that's the early bird, isn't it?
Yes, that's the early bird price. So that does go up, and I believe it does go up on October the 15th. So
Yeah.
definitely check out gew.bm to purchase your ticket before the early bird price runs out.
And that gives access to how many events, Kelsey?
I
Not to put you on the
believe
spot.
there's
Yeah,
like
we're interviewing you
8
now.
or
I know.
9. Yes,
Yes,
there's
so that's important.
8 or 9 events, and there you get swag bags.
Yeah.
There's 3-course meals
Yeah,
at some of
yeah.
the events, drinks,
Yeah,
tickets,
yeah.
and also really just the access to a host of great
So the
entrepreneurs.
exactly.
early bird definitely catches the worm on this one.
For real.
And don't let the
100%.
Bermudian, I'll do it later type of thing.
Don't let that get
No.
you.
Yeah.
It's a hot ticket. It's a
Yes,
great
for
ticket.
sure.
It's worth it. I mean, where else can you get 8 events for $200 and something dollars? You can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
You just can't.
Yes,
It's amazing.
and it includes quite a lot. We also have international speakers coming
Yeah,
down for some
yeah.
of the events as well. So we're really excited about it, and we're excited about the Business Awards as well.
Yeah.
And big shout out to all our sponsors too that sponsors
Yes.
the GEW. Yeah, we have some wonderful corporate sponsors that every year we go out and we really thank. We couldn't do it without them, and so we want to thank them as well. But this is a stellar event. This is like the black tie event out of all the events we
Yes.
do. This is like the Grammys of business in Bermuda. To
We
celebrate.
get dressed up and we really celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The businesses deserve it.
They definitely deserve it.
sure.
So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Bit nervous because it's my first time putting one-on-one, but I have Richard here. But
Yes.
but yeah, we really want you to come out. Really looking forward to it. It is November the 18th.
Okay, perfect. November 18th.
November the 18th from 6 to 10 p.m. We won't go into the logistics of the night at the moment, but it is worth it. Come out. We want to see everybody there at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You will be there to 10, maybe 10:05. We're probably going to be kicking you out, trust me. Because it's going to be that awesome.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to this event. I can't wait.
Red carpet.
Yeah, red carpet.
photos,
Yeah, we're going to do it all up. We're going to do it up.
Instagram photos, and it's going to be a great event. Entertainment, speakers. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on Mind Your Business to talk to us about the BEDC Business Awards. We're really excited about it. We encourage everybody to go get their tickets at gw.bm. And thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
And we're on the
Yeah.
same page. We got the same color shirt.
Yes. Dress alike as how we
Match
do.
today.
Team.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamila Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.